So welcome back to the final video of this character from scratch series. So in the last video we refined the shapes and the anatomy of the muscles. So in today's video we are going to combine every separate parts and then smooth out the transitions of the muscles, enhance the muscle shape, correct some anatomy, add some muscle details, and then we will finish out this character and this series. So let's start by merging this upper torso and lower torso. So now the both parts are merged. We will now dynamize it to make it a single shape. I tried dynamizing while keeping the groups, but it's not working properly, so I dynamized it without keeping the groups and it's now working properly. So we have a single shape now, and we will smooth out some hard cut transitions and make it more believable. So since the dynamics resolution is quite high, the normal smooth brush won't work, so we are using the smooth stronger brush to smooth out the groups. And now let's add some muscle details. So we are correcting the shape of the traps now and adding some upper back muscles. So we will also correct the shape of the lats and make it a little lower as the lats merge into the back at the lower bottom side. Then we will make the inner lower back muscles the tree shape that we get when you flex your back muscles. So let's spend few minutes on this and then we will move on to next part. Now with the back muscle done, we will now correct the front part of the torso. We will enhance and correct the obliques and lower abs sections. Now we will merge the quads to the torso and then we will adjust the butts to make it more believable and anatomically correct. So the parts are now merged. Now we will go to the smooth stronger brush and smooth out the transitions, and then we will fix the shapes a little bit more. So the back butts are done. So now let's merge the front parts to the legs properly. We will continue the obliques and then we will rectify the crotch sections. So in this part there is not much anatomy involved, as we already did the most of the anatomy part in the previous video. This part focuses on refining the anatomics more and then adding the final details. Now let's move on to the side muscles that connect the lats to our rib cage. I don't know what we call those. I think it's serratus or something like that. So we are making that muscle. So it's kind of like the muscle kind of like interlock into each other. So a trick for that is like you can draw a zigzag line, and then from the each peak of the zigzag line you can draw a line and then use clay buildup to fill up those lines. Then you will get this exact shape of the muscle. Now we will smooth out the transitions so that it doesn't look like a carved out stone and more like a smooth muscle. And now let's define the chest area a little bit. We are adding slight thickness to the lower part of the chest, so the chest look a little bit more fuller and strong. So the chest is almost done. We will just now refine some chest muscles and add a little bit of details. So chest is done. Now we have merged the shoulders to the chest, and now we will adjust the shoulder shape and merge it correctly to the body. The hard line that we had earlier is now smoothed out. We will also smooth out the back part of the rear delts. We will make the separation of the front delt, the middle delt and the back delt more clear, and then we will move on to the next part of the body. So now that the separation is almost done and the delts are looking quite fine now. The shoulder to arm transition is still hard as we haven't combined those parts yet. Let's just make a little bit of quick fix to the back part before moving to other part of the body. Back looks good now. Now let's move on to the arms portion, and this arms is like pretty good. We will just add some breakups to the shape. Right now the forms are very even and smooth. We will just make it a little bit uneven, and then we will merge it to the shoulders. So arms are good now. Now let's first merge the head to the upper body so that we smooth out the transitions between the neck and the torso and correct the anatomy there also. So we will start by smoothing the neck transitions. Then we will add some muscles and some veins so that it looks more like the actual leg, actual neck. With the neck part done, now let's combine the eyelid that we have extracted in the very beginning to the face, and then we will smooth out the eyelid portions and make it more like a real eyelid than it was. Earlier it looks like there's a hard cut, so I'm not getting enough resolutions after dynamicing, so I will try to scale the whole model and hopefully we will get more resolutions to work with. If not, then we will try a different method. So here I'm increasing the size of the model. We have combined the whole model and now let's increase the size, and we will try to dynamish. First we will separate the eyes and then we will dynamish the whole body together as a single part. So the problem still persists, so we will try a little bit more. If not, then we will continue with this. So as it didn't work, so we are continuing with this, and then we will correct with a different method. So first let's adjust the eyes, then we will take care of that issue, the low res issue. We will apply a subdivision and then we will move on. So first I'm smoothing the transitions from the socket to the eyelid. Then the ears are pretty smooth. We will just add some details. And now as the whole body is combined, we can smooth out every cuts that we need. So let's first adjust the skull a little bit. It was flat and looks dented at the top, so we have fixed that. And now let's smooth out the transitions from the hand to wrist. We will move on correcting each anatomy parts. So right now we are just smoothing out and making the transitions more believable. So hands look quite good now. We will just add some tendons part and smooth out. Then we will move on to modify the leg or feet area. First let's smooth out the transition between quads and the lower leg. We are just using clay buildup brush and smooth brush. Smooth brush is for smoothing the shapes, and then we will build the shapes with using clay buildup brushes. So we have smoothed out the transitions, and now let's rectify this leg shape and make it more correct as per the anatomy. So let's spend few minutes over it and then we will move on to next part of the body. So with the legs adjusted, Now let's move on to smooth out this shoulder to arm transitions. We are not erasing the cuts, we are just making it smooth and gradual. So where the muscle joins with the cut is deep, and as it moves away, the separation is faded and less visible, because we have a layer of skin and fat over our muscles. It's let's adjust the lips a little bit more, because after dynamicing the whole shape got a little blurry. So we have already applied a subdivision layer, so we will add some details now. Right now we are adjusting the eyelids. So we are checking if we missed any cuts that needs to be smoothed out. So as there's none, so we are now adding some thickness to the back. The black looked flat from the back, so now we are making it slightly thicker, and some thickness to the arms also. So after spending some time on the head and the neck part, the upper necks and head looks good. So now let's move on to the hand again and make it more proper. So now we are adding some nails. So we are starting by masking out the nail shape, then we will extract it and make the nail shape, and then we will use the clay build-up brush to build the overlapping skin around the nail that we have. So as you can see, we are using clay build-up brush to build up the overlapping skin around the nails, so that the nails look like it's coming from the fingers, not just placed over the finger. So let's I will just fast forward a bit, so that we are repeating the same process for each fingers, and then we will move on to the legs also. So all the nails are now done, so hand looks good to me now. So one thing missing on the head is the hair, so we are just adding a generic basic hair, not something not anything fancy. So first we mask out the shape, then we extract, and the rest. Nothing fancy, just a basic hair so that the character doesn't look bald. Now we are adding some breakup to the smooth forms. With that done, let's move on to the leg nails. So we will repeat the same process as we did for the hands. We will mask out the shape and then we will extrude out the nail and then use clay build-up tool to build the overlapping skin around the nails. So nails are done. So now let's modify the fingers and the leg anatomy a little bit more to make it more proper. So legs look good now. Let's add some veins to the arm to make it look more aesthetic. Adding veins naturally enhances the aesthetic of the models. We will just smooth out the veins so that it merges properly under the skin, and then we will move on to fine tune the crotch section. Add the belly button. Currently the belly button was absent, so we are adding it now in the final stage. So our character looks almost ready. We will just now fine tune everything and then we are done. So let's fast forward a bit. So there you have it. So in this series we have started with a basic sphere and then moved forward, modifying it, adding shapes to it, and here we have the final result, full character ready. You can use it to sculpt new characters as a base mesh, or decimate it and take it to another software like Maya or Topogun for the topology, and you can texture it, unwrap it, rig it, animate it, anything you want. So hope you enjoyed the whole process, and if you have any suggestions regarding the videos, any comments or critics, please leave them in comments. And we are working on a new series, sculpting a female body from a sphere. A fellow subscriber requested in a comment, so keeping it in mind, we will now work on that, and it's already in progress. So stay tuned for that too if you want to learn female anatomy. And if you like the videos, then please like and subscribe. Till the next series, goodbye. See you in the next video.